Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Postman tutorial, we are going to discuss briefly more about the JavaScript array and the methods that are available in JavaScript array, which will be really helpful in our API testing. So previously we have understood that we can have the array, and array will hold the values within, they can hold the objects, the string, any sort of data type, right? So I can define the arrays, for example, students, okay? And then within the square bracket, okay, within the square bracket you can have the value. So for example, I have different names there, okay, student name there, okay. Now if I just want to print the array items on the console, so let me open the console, clear it, and then simply to print it, we know that we'll simply use console.log and it will print it on the Postman console. So we'll just print this array there, okay, and let's see what it prints. So we know that it will print basically the number of items and then the whole array will be printed, okay. Now there are many array functions that are available out of the box that you can use, okay. For example, if I simply say console dot, or instead of printing new line, I can get the length of the array, okay. There is a function. So if I say students dot, you will see all the methods that are supported, okay. So basically I can say student dot length, right, and this will get the length of this particular array, okay. So let's see what it prints. You will see the length is 4. There are 4 items and the length of the array, the number of the items, has been printed, right. That's one of the very important property that you can use. Then there are different methods, right. So basically this is, property. Then we have this different method like pop and push, okay. So if we want to insert a value, okay, so we'll say students dot push and then specify the item that we want to push in there, okay. So I can say, okay, just push RCV Academy, okay, into the list, right, and then let's print the array again, okay, after this push, okay. So you'll see here with the push, it has pushed a new value into the array, right. So now the length of the array has changed to 5. So similarly, as we have push, we have the pop as well. What pop will do? Pop will take out the item, okay. So you can say students dot pop, okay, and pop, if you just hover over, you will see, put in this, removes the last element from an array and returns it, okay. So basically if I say pop, okay, then what it will do is it will remove the last element. What was the last element that we added? It was this RCV Academy. It will remove it and also return it. Now because it is returning it, that means we can store it in a variable and then print it, right. So we can simply define, say, a variable, okay. I can say last name, okay. This name will now hold whatever the last item will be basically popped out, okay. And then if I want to print what was the last item that was popped out, I can say console.log and then just print this last name on the console, okay. So this will basically print the value that has been popped out from the array. So go to the console, you will see that RCV Academy has been printed, okay. Now if I execute these 2 lines again, okay, so what will be so let me send it again. So you'll see first RCV Academy and then Sam. Okay, so first time the pop happened, it was RCV Academy. Then we did again students.pop, and the second time it was basically Sam, right? So you'll see Sam has been taken out. Okay, so when we are printing, so it's Josh, Tom, Mary, Sam, RCV Academy. Okay, so that's basically, so this item got removed later, right? This is about the pop. Now what other important functions? So length is very important. So basically to get the length of the array, that is very useful. Then pushing the item, adding new item, popping out the item, right? Then if you see students dot, you have a lot of other functions, right? So reversing, okay. Then say for example, we want to sort, okay. So there is a method sort as well, okay. So students dot sort, okay. Let me remove these pop statements here and I'll simply say students dot sort, okay. Now this sort will sort these strings in ascending order, okay. So if I send this now, you will see that now it is Josh, Mary, RCV Academy, Sam and Tom, right? So alphabetically it has been sorted, okay. So previously you'll see this is how it was listed previously. Now this is after the sort, okay. Now this is for the string. For numbers, there is a bit different way, but just to explain you that there is a sort function as well. There is push, there is pop, and if you just explore a little bit, for example, students dot, you will see all different methods that are available. It's not possible to cover everything, right? But whatever we'll be needing in the real practical API testing, the real-time project, will be anyways covering when we start writing the test case. This is just to explain you that yes, you are going to use arrays in JavaScript in Postman API testing, how you are going to fetch the values from the responses. If there are JavaScript object, within the object you have an array, within array you have an object again, you have another object within that. So if there is a nesting of that sort, how you are going to fetch those items, then what all very common methods are available, right? So these are some of the very common methods that you can go ahead and explore for the arrays, right? And best option is to go through the official documentation of JavaScript and understand the official methods as and when you need, right? So for example, slicing, splitting, all of that, or concatenating two arrays, there will be functions available, and there are functions for concatenating, there are functions, right? So go through the official documentation, explore a little bit, and get comfortable with some of the very commonly used method. I won't say that go ahead and practice each and everything, because that's not wise use of the time. You are learning API testing, so learn whatever is bare minimum initially required and then build your knowledge on top of that, because otherwise if you start learning the JavaScript full-fledged like a pro, you are derailing from the focus of learning the API testing, right? So understand what are arrays, the correlation that I have already explained, the methods, important methods, and that should be good enough for us to go ahead and do the API automation in Post. So that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.